Hi there. Greetings. Good morning from my side. You're on to Augustine, and as always, I'm here to give us a summary of the just concluded mass adoption meeting. The title of today's mass adoption meeting, the title of today's broadcast is The Plan for the year 2023 in the mass adoption meeting, which was held yesterday. So if you're just tuning into my broadcast for the first time, it's a pleasure having you. Welcome to the Simply Brilliant community. It's a community built on the principles of love and respect, the principles that our Creator gave unto us from the foundation of this earth. And we're building our membership base into 1 billion from across the world. So I would welcome you to join us because we want to make sure that the world is a better place for all to reside upon. So if you're just tuning in, do well to like, share, subscribe to my channel for social proof's sake, so that as a united community, people can get the right information and key in where necessary. All right, on that note, I'll be making a presentation this morning, and the presentation is a quick highlight of the mass adoption meeting that we held yesterday. And by the day, we are going to bring in a whole lot of professionalism into this particular broadcasting because there's a lot that will be coming in the event of time. And there should be well meaning individuals that should help in propagating these informations accordingly. On this note, let me share my screen and then let's move into the content for today. So, sharing my screen now. Hold on, please. All right. So there's a presentation we'll be doing now on PowerPoint. That's exactly what we are going to do. And then as I'm highlighting the informations, I'm also explaining. So let's begin. The plan for year 2023. Now, this was by the administration yesterday. The meeting began when he welcomed each and every one of us and then quickly told Kaldasha to bring out his pen and paper and to take some jottings. So these jottings are what has been made available to us, which I'm going to share with the whole community now. And if you can, take note of every information that I'll be giving because it will matter a lot in the course of time. All right, anchored by the administration of the Simply Brilliant community, which we all know as the admin, documented by Dr. Kaudasha, and then presented by myself, Augustine. All right, so let's begin. Summary note number one. We need to achieve stability in the community. Active members list is the same as December 2022 to date. So what the administration is saying is so far so good. We didn't grow much in the previous month, January, but then we were stable. That there are a number of people that did fall off, but it was negligible compared to the number of people who came in. So admin said that if you were to ask him to choose between growth and stability, that he would prefer stability. Of course, growth comes naturally, like a child growing up. You don't determine how he grows. You just make sure that you give him the necessary nutrients and he would grow naturally. That's the kind of concept that the administration wants the community to take note of and also act. Our numbers did not grow as expected as at last month. But for this month, we are anticipating that there will be a whole lot of changes. All right. Do not confuse the rotator with the rotator team. They are two different issues. The purpose for developing the billionaire team was to maintain stability. Henceforth, it now becomes our new team. And the billionaire team will be 1 million members. Those are the billionaire team. In fact, the billionaire team will be 1 million plus because when you look at it, you would find out that there is going to be an administrative cadre. The administrative cadre, or sorry, the rotator team, not the administrative cadre. I beg your pardon. We would have a rotator team that will comprise of 111,111, and they would also be billionaires. So that's why I said the billionaires will be 1 million plus. Okay. Now, the exchanges are big projects, and we need them to keep things going. So, what it means is the exchange that we are going to bring in very soon is going to be one of the grounds upon which the community will grow seamlessly. Okay. Now, we need K-Love to reach $100. There is still too many coins in inventory and not in circulation. So, the reason why we haven't hit that target is because we have not sapped out the excess from circulation. It shall be sapped out and redistributed to the members through the stake opportunity. And then with that, we should see the price of K-Love begin to rise. All right, so next point. This is why we decided to launch the K-Love staking. It's called a flexible staking at this point. We know what flexible staking is. Simply means you can actually withdraw your money anytime you want to. If you put in your money today and then an emergency comes up, you can quickly withdraw your money. That's flexible staking. But over time, we shall see another kind of staking, which is called a rigid staking. So we'll get to that shortly. Withdrawals should be built within a week. So the support team are working on the withdrawal system where if you put your money, you can withdraw it whenever you like. But if you choose to leave it there for another 30 days, it will accrue another 10% interest. Admin cannot limit what you take out. The admin cannot limit what you take out. So it means that you are in total control, which is slightly different from the match. The match is in full control by the administration, and he determines how much he releases. And soon we're going to transit from a revenue-based withdrawal kind of system in the match to a quick recovery kind of withdrawal. Of course, that's where we have withdrawn the supply from circulation. Yeah. And then at that point, we can see how much that the members in the community who are on the core team, backup team, should be able to withdraw. And my guess is anything from $5 within the next 3 months from now. That's just my guess. Compounds happen only if you leave your money in the stake opportunity for at least 1 month. So anything less than 1 month, which is 30 days, then it does not apply. It's up to you how big your gains will be. So if you choose to leave it there for another 3 months or 4 months or 6 months or 1 year, 1 year maxes it out to 285 APR, which is annual percentage rates or annual percentage return. So everybody should do based on what they can carry. All right. Now the goal is for each member to purchase at least $100 each, which will drive the price to $100 in K-Love. So that's actually the requirement. If you're able to purchase $100 each, and within a short while, we should look at the price of K-Love getting to about $100. So moving forward, admin has soaked up the supply. Well, not so much, but he has soaked the much he can to pay bills, such as commissions. Of course, you know what commissions are, which are bounties. Those who take part in the competition, they are given their rewards. Those who take part in recruiting, 50% goes to them. But for this month, it's now going to be 45, no more 50. But we can do it faster by buying K-Loves ourselves. So let's take note of that. 10,000 members will benefit, then the offer goes away. So if 10,000 people stake $100, I think that'll be the close. That'll be the end of the stake offer. And I'm anticipating that a good number of people will stake more than $100. I hope a good number of people should stake like 200 or more, 300, 500, well, at your own, based on your capacity. So let's see how it goes. Following this, that is after we've been able to, start up the staking opportunity and then build the price of K-Love to $100 and above, then we launch the exchange. And for the exchange, there would also be staking, The difference between the present staking now and the staking in the exchange is going to be 50% APR. And it's going to also be a locked staking. You know, there are two stakings I did talk about. The first was what? Flexible staking, where you can withdraw your money anytime. But on a locked staking, which will take part in the exchange, you will not be able to withdraw your money for at least 1 year. It's going to be locked for at least 1 year. And that should be able to generate enough liquidity for members in the community to do their transactions, to swap from this to that, and to make withdrawals. Now, I should also remind us that in the exchange coming, based on the last feedback of the administration, there would be a certain level of transaction fee. These transaction fee are going to be put there to make sure that people who choose to be careless in their trading will lose their money. So trading should involve some level of expertise. Therefore, you should get trained. If you are not trained and you decide to go in and gamble, you end up losing money. So this should be taken note of. Now, before the exchange opens, we need liquidity. So this should be very clear. We are building the first phase of the liquidity now through our staking offer, flexible staking. And then we move over to the next one, lot staking. And then with that one, we shall be able to have a very strong exchange. That should encourage every member in the community to come and play around in the exchange, make some money, and keep it in the system. The intent of the exchange is to promote our GGR economy. That's the intent of the exchange. Most of the coding is done. So to be clear, the exchange is already ready. The exchange is ready, but we are not ready yet. Our staking must generate the value of KLove to $100 before we can do any other thing. So it's now on the community to make it happen. Now, cash out will be via BTC and BNB. That's how cashing out will be. We will not see KLove on the exchange. We will not see KLove on the exchange. We will be able to convert from BTC to BNB, Farmwall, and GGR, and vice versa. So you are going to see yourself playing around with these coins, BTC, BNB, Farmwall, and GGR, and sweep between this and that. All right. Now, before I would continue, I want to quickly chip in that some people also requested that what happens to the coin in the exchange wallet. The administration clearly said that the coins that are going to be in the exchange wallets are going to be carefully given back to the members when we build the profile or the value of KLove to $100, at least $100. So particularly those that have KLove in their exchange wallets, there will be an option for them to leave it in their exchange wallet and then use it to pay subscription fee for members who they bring into the community. That's going to be one of the options. Another option that will be made available is for you to convert it to GGR. And of course, some people have some reasonable amount of coins in the exchange wallet. So the process that will be done is going to be gradual. You can picture it like a dam that is filled up. There are going to be ways that will deflect or reduce the amount of water in the dam. So let's take note of that. Those of us who have the coins in the exchange wallets, you will get your coin back, but you have to exercise a bit of patience. All right. So moving forward, we will build the GGR economy by bringing in merchants who will accept our GGR coin. This will build the SBC community as well to achieve our membership base of 1 billion active members and helps the rotator, which needs to be filled out. Of course, like I said, the rotator will comprise of 111,111. That's what the rotator would be. And those are going to be the co-admins. Now, what is the criteria upon which you are going to be a co-admin? One, you won't fall out. That's one of the criteria. You are going to remain active in the community until whenever we want to get that. And the administration will decide when he wants to have those numbers and train them extensively Of course, for him to have those numbers and train them, it means that the total number of people in the community should be, I mean, a reasonable number, not just 1 million. If you are having 1 million people in the community and then you want to start training 111,111, well, I don't know. I'm not the administration. But if you ask me, the numbers of the community should have grown to a substantial level before the administration will decide to hand over to the rotator team members. The rotator team members should be very credible. There are categories or characteristics that these people will possess. And if you fall short of those characteristics, there will also be careful measures that will be put into place to see that you are replaced. All right, the rotator team comprises of 111,111 co-admins. The administrative cadre can be found in the KCBU under the core team. So there are two different things. Don't confuse it. Those who are on the administrative cadre receive 200 TBC if you're on the core team, 100 TBC if you're on the backup team, and then 50 TBC if you are on the rotator team. And if you fall off, the opportunity to get back there will not be available anymore. So the most important level in the community, if you are in that level, is to hold on to your spot. Do not allow yourself to fall out. This February, there will be adjustments to the bounty. 45% commission will now be for those who invite people to the community and they pay. And then the other 10% will be shared will be given to Goodwill. And how will that 10% be brought? 5% from the admin and 5% from those who are building the community, which sums up to 10%. And that should be able to generate a gross revenue of at least 150,000 or so that goodwill will be going on across the entire TBC community, sorry, SBC community every month. And the Privy Council members will be laden with the responsibility of picking out credible leaders who will oversee this goodwill as ambassadors in the community. And we're also going to design a framework to make sure that things will be done the right way. If you are an ambassador and you choose to do things your way, then there will be queries that will come your way. So just take note of that. All right, so we are about rounding off now. Closing remarks. Once the price is higher, which is the price of K-Love, with more members, we could withdraw more on a daily basis. So the administration said if we're able to do a good job, who knows, we could get the price of K-Love to a very reasonable level. We shall be having more goodwill than we have had in previous years under the jurisdiction of the Privy Council and under the supervision of the ambassadors within the SBC community. If we stand united, we could see the price of K-Love exceed $200 before the year runs out. I'm optimistic that the price of K-Love should hit $500. This is my own mindset, okay? Everyone has their opinion. But when the staking begins to catch up, and then we begin to do a second staking on the exchange, and members are now willing to stick, I see the price of K-Love getting to about 500. If we're able to build our membership base to about 1 million plus this year, then be certain that the price of K-Love will get to a reasonable number this year. And I think it should exceed $200. I don't know about you, but this is my optimism. All right, so in conclusion, this summary was graciously made available to us by myself, yours truly, Augustine Obidimma, and summarized by Dr. Kaldasha. So this is the Kringle, the Simply Brilliant community. Pardon me, I'm still under the transition of learning how to pronounce SBC on a regular note. You know, we just transited, so sometimes I make the mistake of saying TBC, but no, it's actually SBC. So I want to stop at this point and then stop sharing my screen. If there are questions that people have to ask, I think you can now ask your questions. All right. So I'm good now. And I thank God I was very, very brief. If there are questions you have to ask, if there are anything you have to ask within the next few seconds, you can ask your questions. And I want to use this opportunity to welcome my beloved mommy, Madam Victoria Akinlabu. And then I also want to use this opportunity to extend my greetings to my beloved friend. Good morning, Councillor Augustine, our great leader. It's a pleasure having you. So if there is anything you have to say, I think you can ask your questions now, but I've been able to give a summary, a comprehensive summary of the meeting that we had yesterday. And I don't think there's anything for me to share on our Kringle Cash back office. I don't think there's anything for us to share. So I'm going to give another few seconds. And if there is nothing to say, then I think I'll be bringing this meeting to a close. Please, a quick reminder, do well to like, do well to share, do well to subscribe, especially on liking. That's social proof. The intent of the admin is to attain uniformity of mindset. And that's why when we move into our rebranded system, there will be a 24-hour training sections so that people will understand what we are doing. Some people, in fact, the majority of the people in the community don't even know what we are doing. Some people think it's a group of people that are sharing money, to get quick reach or to get rich quick. No, we are a community, we are a system. And the only way for you to become rich without too much of stress is by following the system. And I can tell you that of all systems that exist, the Simply Brilliant community system is the easiest system to become rich. It's the easiest. If you are able to pay attention and you do the right thing, I tell you it's the easiest. All right, since no one has given any feedback, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate my viewers who take it upon themselves to watch my broadcast on a daily basis. I do appreciate you guys. You guys are most appreciated. So I want to stop at this point. It's a pleasure. Till I come your way again some other time. Cheers and God bless you. Bye for now.